Hi, Skip. How you doing? You'll probably notice a little bit different background here. This is actually, normally I have a background that a place where I sit that's very comfortable for doing my videos and all that, and good, reasonable lighting. And at the moment, I'm sitting in front of my computer. This is where all the magic happens. So if you don't mind a little bit different background than normal, it's all good. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a concept here that is I find interesting, and this is redundant. I probably sound like a broken record here on some things, but that said, there's so many people that don't even know where to start when it comes to doing business online. And I want to just go over a couple of thoughts with you, and then share with you a video that I found to be a real eye-opener. Just an amazing eye-opener. I'll tell you more about that in just a minute, so hang on there. But where do you start? So many people are unhappy with their work on some level, and they would love to. I talk to people all the time that would like to have something more, do something more, be something more, but they have no idea where to start, and they're so completely confined in this mindset. It's almost like they're in a mental jail. They're in this place that they just can't seem to break out because the preconceived notions about who they are, what they're capable of, what they're not. And I hope I can just kind of shake some people loose of some of that thinking, because really the possibilities are just virtually unlimited for more people than you can imagine. One of the first things you have to realize is that you can. There's no reason you can't. Now, does it take a little effort? Sure. Are there some things you're going to need to learn? Sure, absolutely. But I'll tell you what, the fastest and safest way to start any business is what's happening online right now. I talk to people that they would like to be selling a particular product, or they have ambitions to open a little store, have a shop, whatever. Now, I'm not putting it down. There's reasons to have a physical business, no question about it, and I've certainly been there, done that. But we are in changing times. And the reality is that if you really want a business that's going to produce income, see, one of the big issues here is a little thing called ROI, or return on investment. And it's one of the things that anybody in business really takes time to look at and consider. And if you have to make a great big investment, you've got to get a real big return. Well, so how do you leverage all that understanding to your benefit and start a business wherein you've got a minimal investment and a much higher return? Well, that's again where you turn to online. And frankly, this is one of the reasons that online activities are becoming so prevalent. And you look at how much business is done online right now, it's crazy. It's just crazy. But even with that, there's such a rapid growth to the internet business community that very few people getting into the business community online have any idea about what they're doing. And this is where I want to help out a little bit, because there are certain basics that need to happen. And I don't care if it's a brick and mortar business or online or what it is, there's certain things you need to do in terms of starting out. And the first thing is the mindset, of course, is to say to yourself, you know what, so-and-so did it, others are doing it, why can't I? Now, does that mean that you're going to flip a switch and all of a sudden you know everything you need to know? Of course not. But if you give yourself an opportunity and you say, all right, I'm going to think this through a little bit, maybe do a little bit of homework, do a little bit of research, start making notes. I love the definition of success that I heard. I think that it was originally Earl Nightingale in his, he does a video, and I'll leave a link for it. It's called The Strangest Secret. And it was done in the around 1955 in there, so quite some time ago. But the principles are phenomenal, and it applies today as much as it ever did, or more so. It is really good stuff. So I'll give you a link to that, and you want to watch that. In fact, you might want to watch it several times. There's a lot to absorb there. It's amazing stuff. But he talks about mindset and the fact that one of the things people don't do, and please don't be offended. Please don't let this bother. I'm not just trying to beat you up here, but the fact is, a lot of people just don't think. They just don't. They don't think about beyond their current circumstance what's possible, what they could do. But you start to think about it and start to look at things, do a little bit of homework, and then this definition of success is very simple. success is the daily realization of a worthwhile ideal or goal. A daily realization, a daily understanding of something that is worthwhile pursuing, something that is worthwhile having in the end result. The old begin with the end in mind. You know, if you know where you want to end up, you know how to establish a roadmap to get there. Well, that roadmap to get there is useless unless you decide to actually take the trip. So what are you going to do today in the interest of moving forward with something that might work? And there's a bunch of things. Now, as we go through, my website has a lot of material on it. I'll give you a link to the website. But there's so many things to look at and consider in terms of what constitutes a valid business with a high return on investment. A lot of considerations here. What are the easiest products to market? Now, you might have, by the way, you can do this in stages. You might have in mind marketing some great product that you love, you're a sportsman, or you want to be in that business, or whatever that it might be. But what I suggest to you is how to build a foundation that you can move forward with and start somewhere and get your feet wet before you start to throw a whole lot of money at something that may not be what you thought it would be. Be prepared. If you're going to throw a bunch of money into something, and you want to pull people into your business, you better have something, a platform to invite them to. You got to bring them in something. So there's ways to do this, and I'll talk a lot more about this. But you have to have a place for people to go, a hub, a center. This is what we call the website, of course, but that website has to be with real purpose. And we'll talk about a lot more. I've got a lot of information on websites and how they work and why and what you need to do to get there and whatnot. So right now we're not talking about building the website, just understanding what might go into it, understanding the concept of you being the brand. This is one of the first things in mindset that you have to understand, is that you are the brand. If you know how to build yourself as a brand and a trustworthy place for people to do business, that's a big deal. So I just want to open this up. Start thinking, and every day, and I'm going to do a lot more on this, so this is just a short video, but every day, make a note. Do a little bit of research. Go online and do a search on some ideas and some thoughts. Start the process. I'm going to do a lot more videos on this whole thing. In fact, I'm going to do another one immediately following this that will take this whole thought just a little bit further, but I wanted to keep this well under 10 minutes if I could. So you start a process, you start making some notes, and start looking at what are some of the possibilities, what's happening online, what looks good. Just start dabbling, doing some research, making some notes. Just start there. And then listen to this tape, it's a recording. It's on YouTube, I'll give you the link, of The Strangest Secret. And give it a chance. It's about a 30-minute piece, and it's worth listening to. So do that, and with that, I'm excited about what the future can hold. My whole idea is to help some people realize something that maybe they've never had before. It's amazing what you can do if you kind of change your mind. That transition from I don't know that I could do that to, yeah, there's possibilities you might be able to do that. So start believing in yourself a little bit. Listen to this video, link The Strangest Secret. You'll enjoy it. So anyway, saying all of that, I could ramble on. I'd love to do that. And I hope you are well. Stay well. And you're going to get a lot more from me. I'm going to do some things to help you here. I've been at this for about 50 years. And I've accumulated a little experience along the way, so I think it can help you. And so you'll see the link to my website, and you'll see also a link to The Strangest Secret. So with that, thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.